Why is it so dangerous to step on a rusty nail? Stepping on a rusty nail is more than just a painful experience. It's a potential health hazard that could lead to serious infections. But what makes a rusty nail so dangerous? Let's break it down. 1. The myth of rust. The first thing to understand is that rust itself isn't what's dangerous. Rust is simply iron oxide, a result of iron reacting with oxygen and water. While rust can cause some skin irritation, it isn't the primary concern when you step on a rusty nail. 2. The real threat, tetanus. The real danger lies in the bacteria that could be lurking on that rusty nail. Specifically, Clostridium tetani, the bacteria responsible for tetanus. This bacteria thrives in dirty environments, and a rusty nail found in soil or exposed to the elements is a perfect breeding ground. When Clostridium tetani enters the body through a puncture wound, it can release a toxin that affects the nervous system, leading to muscle stiffness, lockjaw, and even death if untreated. 3. Puncture wounds and infection. Unlike a cut or scrape, a puncture wound from a nail can be particularly dangerous because it's deep and narrow. This type of wound is harder to clean and oxygenate, making it easier for bacteria to survive and multiply. As the wound closes over, it can trap bacteria inside, creating an environment where an infection can develop without you realizing it until it's too late. 4. Signs of infection. If you step on a rusty nail, you should be on the lookout for signs of infection. Symptoms can include redness, swelling, warmth around the wound, and pus. If the infection spreads, you might experience fever, chills, and swollen lymph nodes. Tetanus symptoms usually appear within days to weeks after the injury, starting with muscle stiffness near the wound, then progressing to more severe symptoms. 5. What to do if you step on a rusty nail. If you find yourself in this situation, here's what you should do. Clean the wound immediately. Rinse with clean water, and gently scrub the area with soap to remove as much dirt and debris as possible. Apply an antibiotic ointment. This can help prevent infection. Cover the wound. Use a clean bandage to keep the wound protected. Seek medical attention. Even if the wound seems minor, it's important to see a doctor, especially if your tetanus vaccination isn't up to date. Tetanus boosters are recommended every 10 years. But if you're unsure, getting a booster after an injury is a safe bet. 6. Prevention tips. Avoiding rusty nails in the first place is the best strategy. Wear proper footwear. Sturdy shoes can help protect your feet from sharp objects. Be cautious in areas where nails are common. Construction sites, old buildings, and outdoor areas can all harbor rusty nails. Keep your tetanus vaccination up to date. This is your best defense against tetanus. Conclusion. While the rust on a nail might seem like the obvious danger, the real threat comes from bacteria, particularly the tetanus-causing Clostridium tetani. A puncture wound from a rusty nail can provide the perfect environment for this bacteria to thrive, leading to potentially life-threatening consequences. By understanding the risks and taking prompt action, you can protect yourself from the dangers of a rusty nail.